kind of like the history between Natasha and Miss Portland. I think they've kind of been at it off and on for about 9-10 months. And I always believe history repeats itself. And the way that both of them always have a lot of, let's say, fallouts with people, I'm just going to say that it's only a matter of time till, it falls apart. So anyway, so this is about then, okay, in the beginning, it's going to be with BBT Boston, a person who she does not want to be in chat anymore or in their channel anymore because they have a particular person that Natasha doesn't like. The thing with Natasha is she loves to control other people's channel. No one can control her channel or say who they can have in her channel or anything like that. No one is allowed to tell her anything. But for some reason, she thinks that she can go and tell other people how they run their channel, how to do their channel, who they can have in their channel. She even tells her subscribers where they can go, who they can support. I mean, it's very cult-like mentality, and it's actually disturbing how controlling she is. So this is just basically going to show how she's controlling someone else's channel, but at the same time, she allows Miss Portland to come back into her community, and many have expressed that they don't feel comfortable with Miss Portland being back. Well, of course, that doesn't jive with Natasha because no one tells her what to do. And basically, that Miss Portland's going to be there. If you don't like it, just go somewhere else. And I just, my thing is that you don't want to run off so many of your supporters for one person only because of the fact of the history that Miss Portland and Natasha have had. And so I'm just only doing this video just to show that their whole history that they have gone and how Natasha has double standards and just a history. So like I said, I'm not going to do like commentary throughout, a little here and there, but let me just get started with the video, and I hope you guys like and subscribe.
Autumn, I don't know anything about BBT. So I did not watch it. But I will tell you this, and I have no problem saying it publicly. If Pink is over there, I will not be anywhere near BBT's channel. I have told BBT that. And it is what it is. I will not be anywhere near that bitch. And if BBT wants to be her friend, more power to her. But I will not be around somebody who talked about my child. It has absolutely nothing to do with me because I could give a shit less what the bitch says about me. She ain't nobody. But when you bring my child up and agree with shit that Doug says about my child, fuck that.
Now remember, Miss Portland has talked about Natasha's children and her aunt who passed away. So just keep all this in mind and listen.
And I will not be back to BBT's channel if she's there. All that woman is doing is using everything about that whole MRB situation to grow her channel and for her own benefit. And she's using BBT just the same. And I want to make this very clear. I haven't, nor do I care about BBT choosing anything.
She does.
But I would never have somebody on my panel who spoke about BBT's children.
Oh,
ever.
Really? Okay. Okay. But you'll have someone who has spoken really horrible about your kids and your aunt who passed away, right? Yeah, that's how I don't not believe what you are saying right now at all. At all.
I know that, K-Ran. I know. Rachel, I just want to ask you a question. And it's going to be putting you on the spot, but I'm just curious. How can you support?
Here's another thing Natasha does. She always likes to call out her subscribers. Like, that's so uncomfortable. It's like you would almost have to, really think what you're going to type out. Like, it's just crazy because she has no problem calling you out. And so she's about to call out Rachel, who supports liking. So let's move on.
Support that man. You really think that he's entertaining and a good person after all the stuff that he has done and said? I just don't understand. Because it's always people that I mean, there's been so many people. How does anybody support that man after everything he has said and done? Not just to adults, but to children. How would you feel if he had done what he did to me to your child? And I don't even care if you like me, but from a moral, a morality and integrity standpoint, how can anybody support him? I don't care what he does.
I think she's scratching lottery tickets.
I just don't get it. I don't understand how people completely lose their integrity and their morals.
Okay, really quickly. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness, okay? So you always have the same standards throughout, the principles and values, right? And then the morals is a concern with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or the badness of human character. Okay, I understand that she doesn't like liking. Okay, I get it. She does not appreciate the diaries being shared. I feel that Natasha has never really taken ownership for her part in it, But anyways, I do understand of why she doesn't like him, but at the same time, you can't control where people go. And that is my problem that I have with her, because she always wants to control, and she will literally be like, I saw you in this chat, and I saw you over there, and I saw you commenting over there. It's really scary. It's like, that's so disturbing to know that 24/7, basically, where all your people are at. And maybe they like, such and such person for different reasons, or, sometimes she's not on the internet. So what, they're just not supposed to go on YouTube because she's not on YouTube. I mean, I feel like anybody can support anybody they want. Like, who are we to say and choose who you support and not? I don't agree with a lot of things that I see online, but I'm not going to dare tell someone, hey, you better not go support them, or I don't know. It's so odd to me. And then to call out people, to me, just bothers me so much. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Rachel, even if it has nothing to do with that, I don't understand it, but to each their own. But how can you support him after what he did to my child as a mother?
And I feel Natasha always has double standards all the time. All the time.
I don't know how. I don't understand how people want to be taken seriously when they. I don't know.
But Natasha can, support anybody.
No, I don't. I don't look at. Rachel, it was just a few months ago. He literally read out my daughter's diary, her coping journal that Granny gave to him, that I shared with my mods 3 years ago. Somebody saved it for 3 years to use against me and gave it to Granny, who gave it to Lycan. I had forgotten all about it. From a mod in a private chat when I wasn't even on the internet. I wasn't doing my channel. I wasn't doing anything. It was when I took 9 months off from true crime. Well, Rachel, you should know what happened, because he is not a good person. And that's what I'm saying. There's people over there, I just don't understand it. People who I thought were good people, who support that piece of shit. Yeah, knitting artisan. He talked about killing African-American babies and sexually assaulting children, laughing about it. It's not a joke. It's not funny. Rachel, all I can tell you is that you should really do more research on the people that you associate yourself with, because Lycan is not a good person. And how anybody who is a mother could support that man is beyond me. And you should really do your own due diligence and look into what he has done. But I'm going to tell y'all, it is amazing to me and scary as heck knowing that I am bringing, or I'm going to have a grandchild born into this world with people who are so quick to dismiss the things that other people do because it isn't done to them. And I have never in my life, Betty, what you talking about? Never in my life seen people who completely forget their morals and their integrity to be a part of what they consider popular crowd. I've never seen people who completely do a 180 on who they say they are as a person. Shit. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. If you got anything else, I am sick of getting messages about Mrs. Portland being in the chat. If you don't like it, don't watch when she's here.
Or here we go.
It's real simple. It's just like anybody else that you don't like. If you don't like somebody, block their ass. You probably already blocked. But don't stop sending me these damn messages, text messages, Facebook messages, telling me how disappointed you are that I've let Mrs. Portland come back to the channel and you're hurt. Listen, has she done something to you? No. She did some shit to me. And she apologized last night. Can everybody not be a fucking adult and move the fuck on?
So everybody's supposed to be an adult and move on. But do you notice how she was acting with the BBT Boston creator, that she doesn't sound like she's being an adult to me? So everybody in Natasha's channel should be an adult and just basically get over it. Come on, who cares who I have? But she makes a big production about who other people support and who they have in their channel. I mean, it's just double standards, I'm
not trying to be anybody's best damn friend, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with somebody coming in here and participating in the games that we've been playing if they're respectful. And if you can't forgive people, and if you can't give people grace and a little bit of damn compassion, you don't need to be here no damn way. Not about had it. I've just had it. It has been one shit show after another. And here's a little secret for all of you who didn't know it. This is my channel. I will do whatever the fuck I want to on this channel. I will let whoever I want to come into the chat and participate. And if I damn sure want to forgive somebody and show them grace and sympathize and show them some empathy, then I damn sure will do it. And I don't give a shit what any freaking body else says or does.
Huh. Isn't that interesting what she just said?
And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Huh.
I am tired of this whiny baby bullshit. If you cannot be a damn grown-up and understand, or try to understand, why I do the things that I do, then go somewhere else, because I am sick of it. When you have your own channel, then you can figure out how to run it and who you want to be there. For I don't know how long. Oh, we're tired of the drama. Let's do games. Let's do something fun. We need a night of fun. We need to do this. We need to do that. Blah, 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 blah. So I do that, and then everybody bitches because of who I let up on the panel. You can't fucking win for losing because somebody's always going to effing complain. And if you want to be a Debbie Downer, if you want to be negative, then go elsewhere. Because I'm telling y'all tonight, not damn sure ain't the one.
You end up feeling hurt and know how it feels to be hurt. Because when it comes to your feelings, and I'll be honest with you, I don't give a damn. And when it came to the death of your aunt, maybe her passing away was a good thing. Because at least she won't have to put up with the likes of you.
But this is okay, right?
And I mean that. I don't want to sound mean myself, but you have said some pretty hateful, evil things, and now you're going around threatening? I tell you what, there's going to be some legal action taking place from a lot of creators against you. And I know several right now that are really wanting to legally take you down. And I pray to God that they do. Because you need to be knocked down off that high horse of yours, and you need to be brought down a few notches.
Mrs. Portland, I hope that you're watching right now, and I know you are. Nobody said anything about your father. I talked about your stupid ass and how you wouldn't quit bringing him up in my chat. I didn't say anything derogatory about your father. what you just said about my aunt? You toothless, old hag. You want to go there, bitch? We'll go there. But I guarantee you, you will not win. You think you've been talked about thus far? I will give you a reason to think you've been talked about. You need to go shave your chin and your mustache and slap those teeth in and talk like Kermit. There is not one thing about you that is redeemable. You are so desperate for attention that you will look anywhere for it, and you will use anything to get it. Let me tell you something, you sawed-off little bitch. You got the right one. You really got the right one. You want to talk about my aunt? My aunt is 1,000 times the person you have ever been. Ever. My aunt was like my mother. Let me just tell you a secret there, Mrs. Kaiser. Nobody gives a shit about your channel. They go there to laugh. They watch you because you're a joke. Nobody takes you seriously. Nobody. The only reason you have viewers is because they laugh at you. Nobody cares about your crocheting. The shit's ugly. And your crafts look like something a kindergartner did. You can't even make the line straight. Your coloring? Another joke. People got those because they felt sorry for you. That's it. And that's the only reason that anybody watches your channel, is because they feel sorry for you. You can delete that video all you want to. Somebody already has it. And all those channels that you have that you say are growing by the day are also a joke. Just like you. You're a joke. A big joke. You should have stayed far away from ever mentioning my aunt. I didn't say anything derogatory about your father, and you will never be able to provide proof that I did, because it didn't happen. You're a lying, sniveling, toothless, spitting bitch. And you think you can get away with everything because of your disability. Well, I got news for you, Shug. Your disability is an excuse to be a horrible person, and that's what you are. You are disgusting. You disgust me. You make me want to vomit. You want to call me names? You scammed people for Christmas? You lied about having custody of your son, who you have never had custody of since he was a baby. You want to talk about my family? You didn't even raise yours. So shut your fucking toothless mouth, you nasty bitch. And you better leave my name out of your fucking mouth. And I had better never hear you say my aunt again. You better run back to whatever hole your ass crawled out of and forget that I exist. That isn't a threat. I'm telling you right now, you don't want this. You aren't equipped for this. And you come after my family, and you will see just exactly what I am capable of. And I guarantee you, it isn't something that you're going to enjoy. That's not a threat. That's a promise. So you worry about your own son that you don't have custody of and that you never see, you snaggletooth bitch, and leave my family out of your fucking mouth.
Good morning, everyone. It's about 10:30 Friday morning. I'm on here again to respond to Miss Piggy. Apparently, she spoke very hatefully about me again this morning, and I have a right to respond. And I want to let her know one thing. Yes, I did rip up the coloring pictures, and I threw them in my fireplace last night. Because you know what? You don't deserve shit. And again, at this point, I could care less about your dead aunt. And you're grieving. It's just your way of getting more attention, like you always do. Yep. So, as of today, I'm heading to my local liquor store. I'm going to stock back up on my alcohol. And if she doesn't like that, then oh well. And Miss Piggy, boo fucking who. You hate me as much as I hate you. And just think that there was a time where I actually admired you. I actually respected you. Well, I have a message for you, Miss Piggy. You can just fuck right off. How about that? You told me fuck you? Well, now I'm telling you, fuck you. So you can sadfish and grieve or whatever you call it. Good morning, Murder Madness. Welcome. But yeah, Miss Piggy again is out there shooting her mouth off like she always does. And, you know, I'm glad your one channel got mass reported. And I pray one day that all your channels get taken down. Because Miss Piggy, what you do is awful. And the way you treat people, and you wonder why people out there hate you so much. I hate to say it, but you are a very hateful, vile individual. And you and your family, you wouldn't get a coloring page from me ever. Ever. If you want a coloring page, you've got bunches and bunches of color books and pens. Why don't you color a coloring page for yourself and your family? Because I sure ain't gonna do it. And you said that you mentioned something about respect. Well, why you sure the hell don't have any of my respect. Oh, I know, Easy. Good morning to you and welcome. But again, I'm just on here to respond because, again, she put up another hate video about me this morning. And again, it's like standing in a courtroom. When I am rightfully accused of something, I think I have a right to stand my ground and respond in return. So, Miss Piggy, at this point, I could care less about you. And the way that you've treated other YouTube creators on here, again, you know, you need to wonder why people dislike you as much as they do. And again, this is as real as it gets, folks. This morning she had the nerve to tell me off. So I am just very kindly responding back. So again, to you, Miss Piggy, fuck you. I'm sorry that I ever came back to your community. Because again, you are all a bunch of two-faced, hateful people. And as of this morning, I have most of your channel all blocked. Every one of you that are in her chat, you are now blocked. And it will remain that way. So how about that? And again, I am out there looking for another community to join. I'm actually thinking about contacting Like and Legion. I'm actually looking at contacting Vivian. And let them know what has happened. And see if they would let me be a part of their community. Because one way or another, I pray one day that she gets taken down completely. Miss Piggy does not deserve to be on YouTube. And again, she also called me a child. That's okay. At least I'm a little bit more mature than her, and I don't go around sitting in my recliner, which I do not have, which I'm thankful for. I do not safish. I do not constantly ask or beg for money. She puts up PayPal after PayPal after PayPal. I don't do that here. And to the one person that sent me the bottle of wine, it got thrown away last night. The stuffed toy that you bought for me, I ripped up. And yes, I pulled the stuffing out of it and I threw it away. To all those out there that wanted coloring pages from me, sorry, not happening. I'm not going to color for anyone ever, ever again. I feel like I was taken advantage of. And then I was kicked when I turned around. And apparently a lot of those don't appreciate what I had given. I have spent a lot of hours coloring pages for several people. So I feel like I just wasted my time. I use numerous colors, Gabriel. I use numerous colors. But again, to all those that I had coloring pictures and frames for, not happening. I've gotten rid of everyone's mailing addresses. I cleaned out my email. I deleted all my emails from all those hateful, two-faced individuals. So, good luck. If you all want coloring pages, go buy yourself a coloring book and color one for yourself, because it ain't coming from me. But yeah, I use numerous colors, Gabriel. And I have a lot of color books myself and a lot of gel pens. But I will continue to color for myself. And the picture frames that I bought, which is over $30 worth, I think I'll take my pictures and hang them on my walls. But again, like I said, know this. You want me to keep your name out of my mouth? You need to keep my name out of yours. Quit shooting your Miss Piggy mouth off about me, bitch. That's right, you're a bitch. And I have 2 words for you. Fuck you.
So let me go ahead and get over here to salt off shit. So, Mrs. Portland, because I'm sure that you are watching, you're always watching. I left you a community post because I am fed up with your smacking, nasally, disgusting voice. And every one of those people who are over there, who have put you up on this pedestal that you think you a queen, Lord Jesus, they are just as bad as you are. You literally made another video today to say you're not bothered. You're not bothered. You're not going to watch it. You're going to paint and do this. Then, only to make another video. I mean, lady, you're like a broken record. You couldn't even get out what you were saying without using my name. And then again, you had to bring up the GoFundMe and say, and I'm still not going to share it because I don't know where the money's going. Bitch, yes, you do. Yes, you do. And nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about your stupid ass coloring pages. You're a grown ass woman heading towards 60. If you were that invested in a damn coloring page, I've got 9,000 the day that I give a shit what somebody on the internet says about my coloring pages. Get over yourself. She ain't selling nothing at a craft fair because the shit's all ugly. She's not creative. She is not creative. What she's going to get is her feelings hurt. Because I'm sorry, but those things that she did with the pieces of plastic that has the holes in it that she wove things through, they ain't even straight. Ain't nobody buying that shit. And what are they going to do with it? Throw it in the trash can? Nobody's going to pay money for that shit. Noodle Mash actually creates. And all these people up here telling her, oh, you do so good. You're so good. You know, this is so cute. I know y'all just trying to not hurt her feelings. I don't give a shit. Y'all are setting her up for failure. And what's going to happen when she finds out and realizes that every damn one of y'all are lying to her? Then y'all going to be her target. And you know what I'm going to do? Sit back and laugh my ass off. She was just calling Robbie every homophobic name in the book, but now they're best friends. And he's the president of her fan club. But something that somebody called to my attention on the Facebook group that he made, it's the Mrs. Portland fan club. His picture's up there beside her. So is it the Miss P and Robbie fan club? I just wish Mrs. P would forget my name, forget my channel, forget I exist, and shut the fuck up. Because of what I said today, I meant it. She is a cancer in this community, but she is not the only one.
Okay, so this video right here is going to be the last clip, I believe. Natasha, from a mother to a mother, what do you think about this? Since, you know, you talk about morals and integrity. Let's take a listen.
Hey, Portland Archives. It's Mrs. Portland. I know I'm giving you 24 hours to remove all your videos about me and the scam alerts, because if not, I found out who you were. Or who you are. I had some friends of mine on YouTube do some digging for me, and they found out who you are. So, you want to have the nerve to talk about my child? How about yours? The one that ended up in jail numerous times. The one that OD'd from being on drugs and ended up dying. And you have the nerve to talk about my parenting? How about your parenting? At least I have bounds and visitation rights with my own child. That's right. My husband and I saw him back in June. We are heading back down there as of in 2 weeks. And we Skype our son on the weekends. We are allowed daily phone calls with him. What do you have? You no longer have a son. And as for the scam alerts, that's false. I'm not scamming anybody. I am rightfully selling my craft projects that I make, that I spend numerous hours on putting together. So, there's that. And then you joining up with Robbie's mom? Shame on you. I give you 24 hours to remove my videos, all about me and the fact that you think that I'm a scammer, because if not, I'm going to expose you. And I'm going to expose who you are and what you are. So be forewarned, you don't want to tango with me. Okay? So, I give you 24 hours to take down all the videos you have done about me and all your live streams, because come tomorrow, I will expose you. So know that I am not kidding around, and I am not joking. So, you either heed my warning, or you and I are going to tango. And if you don't want to mess with the bowl, then you best back off. Remove all your content about me, or you're going to get the horns. You don't want to poke this beehive, because if you do, you're going to get stung. So fair warning. I am warning you, Portland Archives. 24 hours.
Okay, guys. So the reason I put that last clip was because I wanted to really showcase how Natasha has double standards, how she talks about morals, how she talks about integrity. And I'm not even, remotely doing this to even bash Natasha or Miss Portland. But the thing is that they're both so alike that give it a little bit of time and the same thing will happen. And it's going to be the same cycle once again. And a lot of Natasha's communities expressing, hey, we don't want her in there. And I understand that Natasha wants to be nice and kind and say, hey, it's okay to have Miss Portland in my channel, which, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, are you going to use it for content once the whole break apart comes? I mean, I don't know. I just find that interesting because Natasha always does the same thing. It's like she uses anything and everything for content. And I don't know if she's using Miss Portland, but I want to say she is. And so that way, when the same thing happens and it's going to be the same thing, and then it's just, all you're doing is just going to hurt Miss Portland in the long run. And not that I'm speaking like Miss Portland's innocent at all, but I know that Natasha is a lot smarter in realizing that what she is doing. And Miss Portland is really trying to fit into a community. And I do not think that Natasha's community is right for her. I do think that she needs to find a different community. And like I said, Natasha's very controlling. She loves to run everybody's channel, but does not want anybody telling her what to do. And I just find it kind of like, okay, hypocritical and all these double standards. And she wants to talk about integrity and morals. It's like, you can't talk about that when I just showed everything of everything that they have gone through. So it was okay for Natasha to allow someone to speak about their aunt, but Natasha doesn't want anybody in anybody's channel if you're going to speak on her child or anything. I mean, it's like, why is it okay for you to pick and choose? But if somebody else, just wants to run their own community however they want, you have a big problem. And you make sure to state that. Or even your subscribers are like, oh, I'm subscribing for that creator. And it's just very disturbing. It's like, let them decide who they want to follow, and if you don't want to follow, just leave quietly. You don't have to make an announcement about it. She does this all the time, and it's just to control her community, to make sure that they're all in one place, which is her. And Lord forbid she doesn't go live for a day or two, then it's like, you shouldn't be on YouTube. Her mentality is just nuts to me. It's just crazy. She has all these double standards, and it just drives me nuts. And I just wanted to showcase how they've always had this back and forth. And then, of course, Miss Portland recently said that about, talking to the Portland Archives and saying that about their child, but that was okay for Natasha, right? So Natasha doesn't care what comes out of Miss Portland's mouth, right? So let's just justify everything because Miss Portland Archives made a channel. And I'm not saying that them creating a channel and just going after Miss Portland is right. But what I'm trying to say is that, does that make it okay for Miss Portland to attack someone who lost their child? But that's okay, right, Natasha? I mean, all these, like, where's your morals and your integrities? You want to call out your subscribers and tell them that. Well, where are yours? So is that okay? I mean, if Miss Portland had done that to one of your people in your community, would that have been okay? Would you have justified and been like, oh, talking about morals and integrity? Or is it because you just have double standards? Like, let's be honest. I mean, I'm being for real right now. Like, you're okay as long as what? I mean, I don't even know what your morals and integrity. And I completely understand if you want to forgive somebody, but don't go call out somebody else for something that you're doing. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, don't go call out because somebody's in the likes chat, and then you want to call them out, basically embarrass them, right? But you're okay with what Miss Portland did, right? I mean, so where's your morals and integrity? I mean, I'm just saying, you have double standards for everything. You don't follow moral integrities at all. Like, so don't go calling out other people. Let them go. And if they're not, if they eventually will see for themselves that that person is not good, you don't need to call out people to be like, hey, look, da da da, when you are doing, this, it just drives me nuts when I listen to this, like, that you want to call out people. And it's so frustrating that you do that and you embarrass people who want to support you, who want to support Lycan, or whoever they want to support, BBT Boston, whoever they want to go to. And it's like they can't even be seen. They almost have to go on an alt because you're going to have a problem with them, and you're going to make sure to call them out and have your little minions screenshot everything and send it to you. But it's okay for you to do whatever you want. But Lord forbid anybody wants to go and enjoy YouTube, because you don't agree with what that creator did. So they shouldn't follow them, and they shouldn't, basically they need to follow everything you say. And your mentality has always been, like, basically do as I say, not as I do, because you do have double standards and it's not right. And stop calling out your subscribers. Stop. Just stop. Let people go wherever. And if those people end up being a horrible creator and they're just like, hey, this person isn't for me, they'll realize that. You don't need to keep embarrassing people like that. And that's what you do to so many people. And it's so annoying that you continue to have these double standards. Even your own community is reaching out and saying, we're not okay with Miss Portland. I know you don't care, because no one's going to tell you how to run your channel, but you want to go and tell other people who they can have in their own channel. It's like, just think about that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, I don't want to make this super, super long video, but I don't know. Just let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, Natasha can have anybody. She can have Miss Portland. I don't care who she has. The problem is, the reason of this particular video is just to say the double standards that she has for everybody else, whether it's subscribers, whether it's creators. I mean, I think I showed enough of how she has double, and she does not follow her own rules. She, she wants to talk about moral integrity. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I'm just being real right now. Like, she can, my point is that, heck, have whoever you want, but don't go calling people out for the same thing that you're doing. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.